What is up, you guys? Welcome back. MiniMe here. Today I'm going to be continuing my modding tutorial for 1.8.9, and today we're going to be working on making custom model blocks that have full rotation and that will connect to each other and create a full-size table. So without further ado, let's get started. Okay, now that you're in Eclipse, let's get started by creating a new block. We'll start off with public static block table is what I'll be calling this one. And then you just go down. You can copy that and paste it and just change the word red to table. And the same thing down here. If you copy and paste it, just change it to table, table. And as well as you can change the sound step type. I'm going to change mine to glass, since this is a glass table. And then the last one is that one. And we're now done with the tutorial blocks class, except for left an R there. Okay, so now we're finished with that. We want to go over here and right click, new. Well, we're not actually quite done with that. I forgot one thing. You want to go here and change block red to block table and create a new class named BlockTable. And then once you're in that class, you want it to extend block. Import block, and make sure you import net.minecraft.block. And then add constructor. There's going to be a lot of coding in this class, so either you can sit back and code it along with me, or you can skip ahead and you can copy and paste all of the code from the link in the description straight into this class and not have to worry about it. So let's just go ahead and get started. So after you've got that, up here in the super, you want to go press beside the super and click enter. You want to type this dot set default state, this dot block state dot get base state dot with property facing enum facing dot west. Now you want to import enum facing, and don't worry about facing being incorrect. That will be fixed soon. So go down here and press enter twice, and public boolean can place block at world in with a capital I, comma, block position. And you'll need to import world as well as block position. And then inside the brackets, we'll type return world in dot get block state position dot get block dot is placeable world in position and world dot does block have solid top surface world in position dot down, and we're done with that. Fix that capital A. Fix that. Okay, now that you're done with that, we're going to go down below that one and press enter twice. And now we're going to type public static final property direction facing equals property direction dot create facing enum facing dot plane dot horizontal in all capital. And we're done with that line. And import property direction. And now below that, you're going to type at override public boolean is opaque cube. And since my table is going to have a glass top, I'm going to return true. And under that, we'll just copy that and paste it. And we're going to replace is opaque cube with is full cube. And this one will also be true. And then we'll copy it one more time. And instead of public boolean, we're going to type public enum world block layer get block layer and import that. And then instead of return true, we're going to return enum world block layer dot cutout in all caps. Okay, now below that, we're going to type public item get item dropped I block state random rand int fortune. And we're going to import all three of those. And for random, make sure you get java.util. Now inside the brackets, we're going to type return item dot get item from block tutorial blocks dot block table. Now down below that, we're going to type public void on block added world in, cannot type today, block position I block state. And in there we're going to do this dot set default facing world in position state. And don't worry about that. We'll get that in a second. Actually, we're going to get that right now. So now we're going to type private void set default facing world in block position I block state and in there we're going to type if exclamation point world in dot is remote brackets this is going to be quite a lot of typing here, so block equals world in dot get block state position dot north dot get block. I did not mean to enter there. There we go. Now we're going to copy that and paste that 3 more times underneath it. Oops. There we go. And we're going to rename block. We're going to rename the block to block 1, 2, and 3. And then we're also going to change north, and north to south, west, and east. And then right below that, we're going to type enum facing equals parentheses enum facing state dot get value facing. And here comes the most typing. So next you're going to type if enum facing equals enum facing dot north and block dot is full cube or is full block parentheses and exclamation point block 1 dot is full block brackets enum facing equals enum facing dot south. There we go. Now if you'll copy that and paste it 3 times below it, and with those we're going to type else before the if of all 3 of those, and then we're just going to change these. Like if this one's north south and this one should be south north, and so on. This one will be west east, and this one will be east west. And there you go. Now come down below the last else if and type world in dot set block state position state dot with property facing enum facing outside the parentheses comma 2. Okay, now down below these 2 brackets, these 2 closing brackets, I'm going to press enter twice. I'm going to type public I block state on block placed see if I get that. On block placed world in block position enum facing float hit x float hit y. Make sure that x and y is capital. Okay, sorry about that, I'm back. Now type float hit z int meta entity living base placer. Okay. Oh. Okay. Forget that there and create brackets. Now inside the brackets, we're going to type return this dot get default state dot with property facing placer dot get horizontal facing dot get opposite. Now under that, we're going to type public int get render type return 3. We're almost done, just have a few more sections to go. So now under that, we're going to type public I block state get state from meta int meta fix that capital E, and inside those brackets we're going to type enum facing equals enum facing dot get front parentheses meta, and then press enter twice, and if enum facing dot get axis equals enum facing dot axis y dot y enum facing equals enum facing dot north. And then underneath that, return this dot get default state dot with property facing enum facing. See what these errors are. Okay, it's not liking set default facing. Figure that out in a minute, but right now let's continue. Now underneath that, I'm press enter twice, and we're going to type public int get meta from state I block state return double parentheses enum facing state dot get value facing dot get index, and we're done with that. So on to the next one. Type protected block state, create block state, return new block state this new I property square brackets curly brackets facing and import block state, as well as import iProperty. Okay. Next, we're going to type at side only side dot client. Why is that erroring? Oh, so I put that on the end. And then under that, static final class switch enum facing static final int square brackets facing underscore lookup equals new int square bracket enum facing dot values dot length. And under that, private static final string underscore underscore OB FID equals CL underscore 00002111. And then under public static final, we're going to press enter twice, type static, enter, curly brackets, try, curly brackets, facing underscore lookup square brackets enum facing dot west dot ordinal parentheses closing square bracket equals 1. And then go underneath those brackets, type catch no such field error var 4 curly brackets, and just end that there. And then we're going to copy that. I'm going to press enter and paste it. And then we're going to change west to east and change the number 1 to 2, and change var 4 to 3. And then we're going to do the same thing, go down below it, paste it, and instead of west, we're going to do north. And we're going to change the number 1 to a 3 and the var 4 to a 2. We're going to do it one last time, and we're going to change west to south, 1 to 4, and var 3 to var 1. And we are now done with that entire class. So let's figure out what these errors are giving us. Side only, just import side only, and then import side. Make sure you import side net.minecraftforge.fml.relauncher. And then okay, I figured out what it is. I accidentally lowercased this f. If I just change that to a capital, it should fix that error. And this one I just misspelled default. Okay, that should be it. Now, our next step is to get our model. So to do that, I'm going to use this in-game mod called chisels and bits to create the glass table and then export it as a JSON file to be used as our model. So I've already created the table itself. I can select it and hold it in my hand here. Now that I've got it in my hand, I'm going to type /c and b dot export model. And as you can see, it says JSON posted to clipboard. And then I'll just minimize this. I'll go here, and I want to go to assets.mod.modelsblock, and I want to right click and create a new untitled text file, paste it in there, make sure everything is good, textures are here and everything, and we're going to save that as BlockTable.json. And then we're just going to navigate to the resources folder, mod, models, block, and it will save it there. Now that that's saved there, we can just copy the block table and go down to models item, paste it in there. So now that we've got that, we just need to create the block state. So if you'll just come up here to the assets.mod.blockstates and copy the blockred.json, and when you copy and paste it, you'll just have to rename it block table. And press OK, open it, and rename this from block red to block table, as well as we're going to have to type in a few new lines. So after that, you're going to press comma, enter, facing equals north, curly bracket, space, model, and then you're just going to type in the mod ID, which mine is mod, and if you followed the tutorial, yours should be as well, and then the name of the block, so block table, closing bracket, comma, enter. Now just copy that and paste it 3 more times underneath. And on the third one, you want to delete the comma. If you don't, you'll just get a bunch of problems. And then change from north, the second one from north to south, the third one from north to west, and the final one from north to east. And then over here, beside mod block table, we're going to put backspace that space, and put comma, y, colon, 180. And then copy that and come on down here, backspace that, paste it, backspace that, and paste it. And then we're just simply going to change these numbers. So the second one will be 270, and the last one should be 90. These may change depending. I'll see when I launch it, and we may have to change them. And make sure you don't have this slash like I do. I don't know why that's there. Now save that, and we should be able to successfully launch the game and have our block. Alright, now as the world's loading, hopefully when we get in, we can go to our Creative tab, and we have our table. Oh, I can see one thing I need to fix, but there is the table. Everything is there. I need to fix the hitbox on it, which I will show you how to do, as well as how to fix the blue showing up below it. Alright, so let's do that now. Alright, so now to fix the blue coming through, we need to change this true to false, and that should fix that. So I'm going to launch the game and see if that fixes it. Alright, now let's open up the world. Place it, and there we go. We no longer can see through the ground with it, and we have a table. Now, in the part 2, I will show you how to make them connect together, as well as how to fix the hitboxes on them so they're not a full block tall. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next one. Peace.